So I think one of the parts I know I'm revisiting this for a fourth part, but the big thing that I was wondering if it wasn't added in yet or not was the coworker bit, where you can spend time with coworkers. And I think actually we didn't get enough relationship points in this first interaction to do that. So let's do that. But I have some spare time, so I want to show you around as well. She's so sweet. We need to. We want to. Let's make friends. It's easy to get lost here at first. Give me the full tour. I think a full tour, if that's fine. Really? That's great. Follow me. The cafeteria. Patients eat here, so it gets pretty crowded at times. Can I eat here? Empathy point? Is that an option? If you want to, I guess. I'm not sure. You'd have to arrange that with the staff in the kitchen and everything. Oh, there's no need for that. I can eat with the patients and eat the same they do. Why should I be treated differently? It doesn't seem fair. You know what? You're a lot different than the other doctors and psychologists here. It's a nice change. The nurse opens a locked door and we enter a staircase. Careful, it's a bit narrow. Ooh, well... Thanks, the warning. Oh, no problem. I'm just doing my job. I'm just not sure if that's... Okay, yeah, let's just... And you're doing well. We enter a long hallway. Well, here it is, the second floor. As you can see, this is where the patients' rooms are located. It's also where you will work, given that you're hired, of course. Alright. Now what do we do? Oh, there we go. Most of the day, really. Save for some difficult patients. They see psychologists and psychiatrists every day. We organize group activities quite often, which are optional. Patients can go everywhere on the first and second floor, as long as they're watched over by someone. So we really aren't keeping them locked in here. Oh, she's precious. We walk quietly through the hallway between patients' rooms. No matter how I look at it, I feel uncomfortable here. Like I'm trapped. I don't like this part of the building at all. Suddenly, the nurse stops near the end of the hallway. Behind this wall is the nurse's office. We usually spend breaks there. Oh, so we don't have many of them. We're more busy than you'd think. Oh, and from there you can get to room 21, the isolated one. Well, do a friendship. What do you like to do on breaks? She seems surprised that I asked about her. Me? I try to avoid this room. I prefer to walk around the building to make sure everything is fine. Talk to people, you know? I often spend breaks with Julia if she's free as well. We're good friends. Aw, so happy. We move to a spacious room connecting the two hallways at the nurse's office. This is the central hall. It's one of the few parts of the original building that was never changed since the 19th century. To be honest, it's good to have an open space between all these narrow corridors. You could even see the third floor from here. If you get chosen for the night shift, that's where you'll stay. We won't go there today, though. Any questions? No, I guess not. We're nearly there, too. So let's go. The narrow hallway. This one is slightly more comfortable for me. This is where our psychiatrists and psychologists have their offices. So this is it. My job interview will soon begin. I was so caught up in the tour that I nearly forgot about it till now. Wonder which of these doors I'll have to enter. Are you nervous about the interview? Good, really. There's nothing to worry about. Does any of these give me a point? Dr. Sharp can be a bit harsh at first, but it's only for the good of the patients. Just stay professional, speak only when asked to, and you should be fine. Alright then, thanks. I'll wait for you outside so we can talk once you're done. There we go, that's what we were looking for. The nurse knocks on one of the doors and looks at me with an encouraging smile. Good luck. Come in. She's waiting for us. Oh, enter the office slowly. Interview time. Let us do the thing. I am prepared. Ooh. Yes, that's right. We don't want to speak here. Stay silent. I bite my tongue before I can say anything stupid. Look down. I focus on the floor and keep my gaze locked there. If he's testing my patience, I have a lot of it. I can almost feel his gaze on my face. I'm tempted to look at him, but I shouldn't. Look. I give up and look at him, wanting him to stop. He looks at me as if nothing happened. Oh, okay. Don't. It's becoming more difficult to keep looking away. Just though he can see right through me. I'm not sure where he's looking anymore. Okay. Why is this so unsettling for me? Because I'm nearly certain that he's not just looking at my face right now. Oh god. The thought of him acting so boldly is unbelievable to me at first. Oh no. It's scandalous to say the least, but I remind myself that this is still a test. He's judging my every move. Wait. His gaze is still fixed on me. Ah, we gained a PowerPoint. I can feel my breath quicken and my face grow hotter. I can't. If it doesn't stop now, I can't break. You are quite tense, Miss Hart. Is there something you want to say? His calm tone makes me think I imagined everything that just happened. He must be toying with me. No, I'm fine. I'm glad to hear that. Hey, we gained more points. I can hear a tinge of satisfaction in his voice. Have I done everything right? Okay, the nurse that led you here. She wasn't much trouble, was she? Oh, we don't want to be mean to her. She did her job, that gets us a point. She was great, gives us empathy. I did not ask for your opinion. My only intention was making sure she did what she was supposed to. She's waiting for you outside this door, correct? You managed to create a bond with your future co-worker in a matter of minutes. Oh, 2 points. It should not be overlooked when judging your abilities. You had a chance to walk through the hospital on your way here. What did you think of it? What has that got to do with anything? I haven't been here for long enough to really make up my mind, but so far... No. I see you have a practical mind. Good. Your new job will require your complete focus. I wonder what else you can ask me. Due to the sensitive nature of your work, I feel obligated to ask. Oh, these are just... And disbelief. Told him the truth, right? Oh, that didn't really change anything. Actually, I'm schizophrenic. Oh. I don't appreciate being lied to in such a disrespectful manner, Miss Hart. He's right. I lied. Oh, wow. There is a bit of honesty here. A long time ago. I suppose it is difficult to avoid at some point. What is that supposed to mean? He briefly looks away from me, then back, seeming hesitant for a moment. What is your sexual orientation? I freeze. What kind of question is that? I remind myself this is all to test me, so I don't have to be fully honest. I think this gets us... Yeah, are you certain of it? Did he just a bit in my seat in preparation for his next question. Is that a reaction to my earlier reaction? To his staring at me? I feel like that's a reaction to going down the route of letting him stare at us. And clearly the reaction we were having to that. Now... Oh, yes, actually, then my assumptions based on your previous behavior were correct. Does he mean... Oh. Fair. What do you value most in this job? Finally, something I can actually answer honestly. Being able to help people. Help people. Mega empathy. I suppose that is one way of looking at it. He looks away from me absently for a moment. Is that it? Today is the 31st of October. I I heard some nurses are having a party for the occasion. Do you have plans? I don't know yet. Of course, I wasn't asking out of curiosity. However you choose to spend the evenings, make sure to never let it interfere with your work. Like, don't show up late, Miss Hart. I understand. Well then, Miss Hart, you definitely have what it takes in terms of personality. The nurse who led you here confirmed that. You are expected here tomorrow at 7 a.m. Of course. I think I can see a hint of a smile on his face, but I want to see... Thank you. More empathy. There's nothing you need to thank me for. It has been a pleasure. I will await you tomorrow in your new office, Miss Hart. I nod. Excellently done on the interview. Good job, Miss Hart. I feel like when he says it has been a pleasure, that means you've done. I think he only says that when you get a certain amount of points. I feel like we did get that. My first run, though, because that was still skippable. It feels like a different world outside that room. I'm glad to have that behind me. At least I was finally hired. I think I did well. He seems to be satisfied with how I handled myself. Still, there's something unsettling about that man and the way he asked me questions I wasn't prepared for. The nurse from before is standing by the wall, waiting for me, as she said. When she sees me emerging from the office, she approaches me with a smile. I got the job! I'm starting tomorrow. Congrats! How was it? I'm glad it's over. You'll get used to it eventually. We all had to stand that talk at some point. Either way, don't get discouraged by his attitude. He really cares a lot about the patients and the staff. He just doesn't show it much. By the way, thank you. For what? I think you helped convince him that I have what it takes. Really? I'm glad to have helped then. We walk back to the central hall. I think I'm starting to get used to this hospital's layout. I'll need to memorize it. I'll need to memorize it eventually. Hey, mind if we stop here for a moment? Not at all. I'll have to go to the nurse's office soon to get some work done, but it's been a real treat showing you around. It's always nice to see new faces here, especially friendly ones. Likewise. I never got to ask your name. It's Mia. I'm Sue. Nice to meet you, Mia. Friend. Friend, I feel a bond forming between me and Sue. Have you made a friend here already? Yes. Well, if you need anything, I'm sure I can spare some time tomorrow. Look for me here on your break if you want to talk. Sounds good. Thanks for the tour and everything, Sue. No problem. See you tomorrow. Sue disappears into the nurse's office. I'm glad to have made her acquaintance today. It'd be good to have someone I know from the start in the hospital. If I need anything from Sue, I can look for her in the central hall on my break. Hell yeah. Let's do this. So we've met Sue. She is precious. I can care her. Anyway, time to go to work. Oh, time for a midday break. I look out the window. I want to keep having sessions, but I'm really not sure if I'm doing everything right. Should I really be jumping head first into this? I don't think I was really prepared for today, but still, I definitely don't regret applying for this job. Charlie wasn't really troublesome or stressful, but interacting with him was frustrating in a way. Oh right, I did the same too in the morning. Yeah, I forgot day one we don't get to take our break outside the office. We'll be back. Okay, today's session took longer than yesterday, so it's already time for my break. So when I get close to the patients, I decide to see where they spend their breaks. Oh, we're getting looped into the... Notice I don't recognize who greets me politely. I look around. Yep, this is definitely her. Wait. I spot one young girl sitting on her own, looking down. She seems so lonely. I approach her. Hi. She looks at me, puzzled. You are? I'm a psychologist, Mia Hart. Figures. Only you guys are weird enough. What's your name? Why do you care? Just give up and look for someone more entertaining. I think you're entertaining enough for me. You really are a pain. You won't give up, right? I shake my head. I'm not sure where this interaction will lead, but I surely won't give up. Fine. You can talk if you want. I wonder what I should talk about. She doesn't seem willing to start a conversation. By the way, it's Elizabeth, my name. It's nice to meet you, Elizabeth. Don't call me that. It sounds weird when people say it. What should I call you then? You is fine. What's the problem? Did we ask you this already? Yeah. Called it schizoid personality disorder. Don't ask me what the hell that stands for, and if you know, good for you. Don't care. I think we asked you this last time. You didn't have to tell us. How old are you? I'm pretty sure I'm 20. Haven't seen you here yet. You knew? This is actually my second day of work here. Thought so. Do you usually spend breaks like this? Breaks? Doctors have breaks now, right? I nod. If I have free time, I'm alone. You probably figured as much. But I thought today I'd do something different. I don't know. Do you have friends among the other patients? Have friends? Me and friendship? Nah, thankfully never happened. Don't really like other people. But you're still here talking to me. Are you implying that we're friends now? Not at all. You seem quite talkative for someone who doesn't like people. Do I? Maybe it's just because you're the psychologist and I got used to talking with him already. You all have a similar way of trying to interrogate me about my problems. Did they teach you that or what? Not really. I guess it comes with practice. Are you practicing right now? You could say that. I hope it brought you some satisfaction then, whatever you wanted from me. Your break is nearly over now. You should probably go. Yeah, that was bored. Oh, jeez. That's not nice. Will you be here again tomorrow? What? Why would you want to meet me again? I'm only asking. I'll be here unless it rains, if that's what you're asking. Thanks. Well, see you around, Mia. I walk back inside, thinking about the strange girl I just met. I wonder, will we see each other again? Interesting. Have we acquired a new friend? We have. Yes. Elizabeth. Alright. Still haven't really decided who my route of choice will be here. That's a tough one, because I want to... You're my psychologist, Mia? I nod. You invited me here so quickly then. Thank you. I hate sitting in my room alone. Oh. Yes, I'm doing Charlie's ending first. Also, that's adorable that everyone reacts to being invited back first. I didn't even realize that my first time going through, but yeah. Everyone reacts to being sorta left hanging for a few days, and everyone reacts to being picked first. So it's nice. So it's Wednesday, we just finished Charlie's third session, which means that going forward we'll be showing the last two of Charlie's sessions. So I think we did Charlie's up to 3. I'm pretty sure we did Tom's up to 3. And I just kind of rolled back on his so I could finish William's route. And we did Michael's up to 2. So I'm going to try and get all of them into one video, but first... Oh, okay. We can pick now. Oh boy, making me make choices here. Sue. I remember that Sue told me to look for her in the central hall the first time we met. I haven't seen her since then, so it'd be good to see her again, especially since I don't have much to do on my breaks. Standing by a window, I wait, hoping to see that familiar nurse emerge from one of the doors. Hey, it's you! I turn around, startled by the sound of Sue's loud voice. Hi. How's work? I open my mouth to reply. Hang on. You weren't in a hurry or anything? That didn't even cross my mind. No, I was actually waiting for you. Oh, so you wanted to talk? I have time as usual, so... What do you want to talk about? How are you? Everything's fine as always. That's good to hear. Sue looks out the window we're standing by. The sky looks lovely today. Oh, you think so? I like warm days like these, and the sun looks pretty too. Makes me feel hopeful. Like, even when I feel kind of down, I look at the sky and it's always the same. Shining, peaceful. She looks at me suddenly. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to space out like that. It just happens to me sometimes. That's pretty cute. Cute? You're so funny. So how are you handling your new job? Oh boy. Oh hey, save point. It's better than I expected. I like my patients. You do? That's great. How many of them do you have? 4, but I was told I'd get more eventually. Oh, that's a reasonable number. It's hard to bond with more than 4 people at once, I think. Bond? Isn't it what psychologists do? You should let them trust you and see you as their friend before they can be helped. I think to be a good psychologist, you should first be able to make friends. And by that I mean, be really good at it. That's just my opinion, though. She laughs, and I can't help but smile back. She's so cheerful. She's lovely. I care her. She's precious. I can tell Sue is really trying her best to make everyone here happy. Just like me in some way. I think our bond has deepened today. Anyway, I'm sure you'll do great here. Sue? Oh, there you are. A nurse emerges from behind Sue and places her hand on her shoulder. What is it? We need someone near room 19. You're free, right? Yeah, I'll be right there. Thanks a lot. I was just on my way out. The nurse leaves, and Sue turns to me with an apologetic smile. Well, it looks like a busy day for me. Sorry about that, Mia. I'll see you later. She disappears into the patient room's hallway. What a busy nurse. I realize I only have a couple minutes until the end of my break, so I head back to my office. Sue seems like a genuinely nice person. I should hang out with her again sometime. Okay, party time. We did William and Charlie yesterday, so we'll do Michael. Charlie time. Last time we got him to come forward with the visions he sees on a regular basis, so I've been waiting for Charlie to arrive for the past 15 minutes now. Something must be wrong. I decide to look for him and check if he's alright. I look around the hallway but can't see Charlie anywhere. Maybe he's still in his room? Oh. Hello. I spot him standing by one of the windows. He's staring off into the distance. Charlie? He ignores me completely. I approach him slowly, lean against the wall next to him. I feel like... We wait. I give him some time, hoping he'll talk to me on his own eventually. Is something wrong? He shakes his head hesitantly, as if he can't quite see me. Charlie, come with me. We'll get tired standing around like this eventually. He follows me to my office, still not really looking at me. I try talking to him, but it doesn't seem much for conversation. I think he's just a little apathetic today. It's nothing particularly troublesome for me, and should pass soon. Charlie? I see how it is. Well, I should give him some more time. And if he really can't talk to me today, it might be better to send him back to his room. Wait. I freeze, but soon realize he's still not talking to me. He's staring at something in the distance intently. Whenever I see people like that, I'm always curious about what they're seeing. I wish they had some means of capturing it, so I could understand them better. Sometimes words just aren't enough. It's always the biggest struggle of working with patients like Charlie, understanding. I know I'll never really get what he sees or hears, but I'd like to have enough of an understanding of them to be able to analyze them and help them. Mia? Yes? How did I get here? I invited you. Oh. That makes sense. I found you in the central hall by the windows. I see. I notice he seems a lot less cheerful than usual. Yeah. I'm sorry if I'm a bit confused today. It happens sometimes. It's fine. Thank you. I sometimes, lose track of what's happening for a while. This Monday I wasn't exactly myself either. I was more disoriented than usual. I noticed. It must have been a bad first impression. I think some people would assume I'm always like that. I would never think that. I mean, everyone has worse days sometimes. I didn't want to judge you based on one session. Thank you, Mia. I think the staff here likes me. And it makes me really happy. Oh. But it wasn't always this way. And first, I didn't know how to act around anybody. I just tried to stay out of everyone's way. And I saw the nurses seemed happier around friendly patients. That's why he was so concerned about everyone pretending back in the second session. I think I learned a lot by watching others be nice to each other. I spent a lot of time perfecting that. Yep, that's why he reacted so strongly to talking about pretending. I just felt like you should know. I'm not always like that. Today I don't really feel like doing anything. It's just one of those days. Days like these I don't really seem all that nice. I get it. Really? You don't have to act cheerful all the time. You should do whatever you want. What's wrong? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I want. How should I know? You really don't know? I just try to do whatever's expected of me. I don't know why. I know that I don't like being alone, but not always. Is that strange, Mia? Should I know these kinds of things about myself? You already do. You just forgot them. I can help you remember it again. Oh. That sounds great, Mia. Why do you think you want to befriend everyone here? I don't know. I just don't like people not liking me. I see. You said you observed how other patients act around the staff and tried to mimic it. Yeah. Why would you do that? Were you really that worried about people not liking you? I mean, I guess. I never thought about any reasons for that. Do you think there may have been a reason why you're so determined to make friends, but you just don't remember it? Maybe. I really can't tell. Guess that's an assumption for now. Is there anything wrong with wanting people to like me? No, not at all. I just wanted to ask. Okay. Hey, about earlier today. What happened before I brought you to my office? I don't... oh, wait, you mean from my perspective? I nod. I remember walking through a forest. I saw a woman there I've only seen once before, older than you. Did she say anything? I wanted to ask her something, since she seemed important, but she only told me to wait, and that everything will be revealed to me soon. What is it? Nothing. I was just wondering if she wasn't talking about you. Huh? I mean, maybe I'll learn everything I'm missing now thanks to you. You'll help me, right, Mia? You can do anything, right, Mia? Only if you try as well. Yeah, I had a feeling that was the right. Yeah. I will. Wow, I feel so determined now. Our time is running out for today. That should be all. We're out of time. Oh, because I was late, right? It's fine. I'll see you again soon. Bye. He leaves. He seemed a lot more serious today than he did before. He even said he's not always like this. I guess it's not all that surprising. Okay. So for starters, saying something doesn't really move the radar. You were going to meet me today. Do you remember? You? He looks down at his feet. I don't know. It seems to be in a worse condition than last time. Is something wrong? And we're back. So, in this case, do you care a lot about what others think of you? I think so. If I want to make friends with people, if I want to make friends here, I need people to like me first. Makes sense. You know, I think the staff here likes me. Okay, we're back. Okay, so ultimately that was only one Hart we missed, so what should I do on my break? Spend time with Sue. This is the Sue route. Excited to see Sue again. She's standing on her own in the central hall, looking down at her feet. She looks somewhat less cheerful than usual. Hi. Oh! Hello, Mia. Having a bad day? She shakes her head. No, it's not like that. Earlier today, I asked a friend to meet me here, but it turns out she's busy. On a positive note, I guess I have time to talk to you now. Oh, I have an idea. Mind if we take a bit of a walk? No problem, lead the way. I follow Sue out of the central hall. We somehow end up in the cafeteria and take a seat at one of the empty tables. Much better. I wanted to ask you something since last time. Do you remember Julia? Yeah, the receptionist. The receptionist? Exactly. You saw her right after you entered the hospital the day you were hired. Anyway, I'm friends with her, and she's the one I was supposed to meet today. That didn't work out, but it's fine. The point is, I don't know how to put it, but we're friends, right? Because I have something to ask of you. I'm listening. I'm worried about Julia recently. She seems to be bothered by something, and she's not telling me. Maybe she doesn't want to worry me, but still. I think she's taking too much responsibility. Like today. She got some last-minute call from another nurse and had to replace her. I could have helped her if she asked, but she only informed me afterwards. She doesn't seem happy at work at all. It used to be different. I wanted to ask you, could you maybe talk to her sometime? You're good with people, so who knows? She might tell you what bothers her. It might be a bit harsh at first, but please give her a chance. You'll do it for me, right? I mean, yeah. Of course we will. As soon as I can. Thank you so much! You have no idea how much this means to me. If I choose to accept Sue's request, I can look for Julia in the nurse's office on the second floor from now on. Oh, right. Hell yeah. Did we just unlock a new friendship route? Well then, that's just something I wanted you to consider. Thanks for listening. I realize my break is halfway over. Sue seems to notice that as well. I was so busy talking about my problems I didn't let you say anything. Did you want to ask me something? I considered my options and come up with 2 questions. I mean, are you an only child? Actually, I am. I always wanted to have siblings, though. Do you? Jane. I used to. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. I shouldn't have asked. That's fine, really. I asked first. A one of unsettling silence follows my last sentence. Regardless, I feel like I've opened up a bit to Sue, even if it was by accident. Oh, sorry about taking up your whole break. Oh, it's over already? She nods. I can walk you back to your office. Let's go. Sue reads the label on my office. Mia Hart, huh? I didn't actually know your full name. What's yours? Sue Peters. But hey, most people call me by my first name anyways. She looks curiously at the door. This is the red one, right? The office, I mean. It is. Red room. Red room. At least it suits you color-wise in a way, huh? I never thought of that. She's right. It was nice to see you again, Sue. Likewise. She turns to leave. Oh, and remember about Julia, all right? We part and my break is over. I should see Julia and then talk to Sue to let her know what I learned. Hell yeah. So today's a Tom day, because we did Charlie and Michael yesterday, Charlie and Tom, and then I forget what day it is. Yeah, Charlie William, Charlie Michael, Charlie Tom, and then Charlie and whomever. Probably Tom again, just to make sure we really saw his third event. Thomas? Just a shout out to this line, because I know just reading it without context it can come off as rather accusatory, but in this context, it's more along the lines of, I want to understand the problem so I don't do it again. And I just appreciate the little touch. I may have mentioned this when I did this event in my first run, but still. Lunchtime of the final day. Spend time with someone? We actually want to go and hang with Julia. Decided to do what Sue's asked me to do and find Julia. Hey, watch it! I nearly crashed into her in the doorway. Great. Well, at least I found her. Aren't you that psychologist I saw at the reception a while ago? You were applying for a job here, right? That's me. Congrats, I guess. I just wanted to talk. To me? Why? I'm Sue's friend. Oh, another one. And she sent you here so we can be friends too, right? That's kind of what she said. I was on my way downstairs. Now that you're here, feel free to follow me. Or not. She leaves. Well, okay. I've been working here for a while. I've always thought there was something strange about this hallway. It's really narrow. Isn't it? I find it kind of uncomfortable to walk with all the doors around me. No, the weirdest thing here are the room numbers. Numbers? Yes, didn't you notice? I shake my head. I'll let you in on a couple of secrets here, then. In this hallway, the rooms are labeled from 2 to 20. So immediately I thought, where's room number 1? One of the older nurses, she doesn't work here anymore, told me that room 1 isn't in this hallway with the rest. Where is it then? Somewhere on the 3rd floor. Never actually saw it, but there's a lot of unused rooms that were never renovated. Apparently, it's where aggressive patients used to be isolated from the rest. Well, now it's probably some dusty, locked waste of space. Weird, huh? There's a room somewhere, and nobody knows where it is. Yeah. Also, did you notice there's no room 18? Oh, really? I'm not particularly observant, are you? I heard that was just a mistake made when labeling the rooms, and they never bothered to fix it. Look over there. Do you see room 19? Isn't that William's room? By logic, it should be labeled as 18, but I guess it was more convenient that way. To be honest, not much in this hospital makes sense. My pay, for instance. We make our way downstairs. Actually, I never got to ask your name. I know you said it once when we first met at the reception, but I didn't really bother to remember it. It's Mia Hart. Nice to meet you. Julia Watts. Charmed. Are we just going to stand here awkwardly? We sit by one of the empty tables and chat for a while. I think that fulfills my promise to Sue. Better go now. I hate being late. I'm typically late. You're just like Sue. Come on. We make our way back upstairs ahead of time. Surprisingly. Hey, if you want to chat again, I should be somewhere around here most of the time, if I'm not busy. I'm very busy, you see. Thanks. I'll see you soon, Julia. All right. Look, make my way back to the office and spend the remaining 5 minutes of my break looking out the window. Sweet. We gotta meet Charlie. But I want to also run that back. Okay, nothing really notable changes, but I just want to... Is it haunted? What are you, 12? She's smiling, even though she sounds annoyed. That's a very Sue thing to say. Charlie is back. This is the 5th time I'm seeing him this week, since I chose to meet him every day. Huh. I guess I must be really invested in helping him. Hi. Just like yesterday, he seems a little less cheerful than before. Is something wrong? I've been thinking about all these things you asked me that I couldn't answer. Did you remember anything? No. But I asked my psychiatrist how I got here. I thought he must know. What did he tell you? He said that they found me wandering near the hospital about a year ago. What do you mean wandering? He said I couldn't answer any of your questions then. He wasn't in the state to, I think. So how he got here remains a mystery. Did he say anything else? Not really. Was that helpful? I mean, you should ask yourself that first. I see. Did you not remember that before you asked your psychiatrist? He shakes his head. It was all blurry. I think I remembered it, but wasn't sure if it really happened or not. Do you think you remember more? You remember more things like that? I have a lot of memories, but they're confusing. So you can't tell which ones are real. That's what a lot of blurry memories that kind of bleed into reality. That's what I'm thinking. They're confusing. So you can't tell which ones are real. He nods. So, I figured it's better to assume none of it happened. What are these memories about? A lot of different things. Sometimes they're about some people I don't recognize. Some are, bad. Like? They aren't a nice thing to talk about Mia. And you've had the same psychiatrist for all your time here? That's what he said. I'm pretty sure I could remember if I had a different one as well. So you generally remember your time here? That's right. I think I have slightly fuzzy memories of some days I was really confused. But overall, I remember this past year quite well. So there's a point somewhere around a year ago past which you don't remember anything clearly. He nods vigorously. That's it. In that case, I flip through my notes, wondering if I really can be sure of my assumptions. It's memory loss, isn't it? Probably. For now, let's assume that, for some unknown reason, you've lost your memories sometime before coming here. Still, it's been a year. A normal patient would already remember a lot of things. I'm sorry. No, it's not your fault. Oh, that shocked expression. I know I'm not normal, Mia. You don't have to remind me of that. Suddenly he sounds completely serious. I didn't mean to offend you. I know. Why do you think you can't remember anything? I mean, maybe some of the memories I have are real, but I have no way of knowing what's real and what isn't. Does your illness have anything to do with that? He nods slowly. It's possible. Maybe if I were normal, I'd be able to differentiate memories from dreams in my own imagination. I'm sorry for implying you're not normal. It's fine. His laughter sounds somewhat distant. I decided to change the topic. You mentioned being close with your psychiatrist once. I did. Have you had more than one psychologist here before me? He nods hesitantly. So your psychiatrist is the person you've known for the longest time out of the staff. That's right. I should talk to his psychiatrist sometime. He might know things about Charlie that I don't. Don't worry, Mia. I'm sure you can do as well as him someday. I wasn't thinking about that. Oh, what do you mean? He's great, he really is. Why is that? I don't know. He's just so nice to me. He showed me around when I first got here. Explained a lot of things to me. If it wasn't for him, I would really be lost here. When I get a job once I'm out of here, then I could help people just like him. That's admirable in a way. I smile at him. I'm sure you'll do great. You think so? Oh, thank you. He falls silent suddenly. He was looking in my direction, but not really at me. Again, I should get used to this. I wait, but he's silent for a while. Wait. He's staring at me intently. It's clear he's not talking to me right now. I think waiting that was the right choice. I'd get to witness something interesting and ask him about it later. What? No. Crosses his arms on my desk, and his head falls onto them. What? I can't see his face. Now might be the right time to intervene. Touch his shoulder? Ooh. I carefully laid my hand on his shoulder. Charlie? He pretty much jumps up and looks at me, eyes wide. It takes a moment to regain a neutral expression. Oh. It's you. I'm sorry about that. I just saw someone. Who was it? You. Huh? I mean, I saw you as that girl I mentioned one time, the one in a black dress. She was here? You were her. And everything went kind of dark. The window was obstructed by trees. Trees coming out of the walls. It felt really cold. Something happened in that forest to you, my son. I see. Does that sound strange to you? As a psychologist, no. And as a person? A little bit, but go on. Did she do anything? She, stood up from your chair and walked up to me. And? She said something I'd rather not repeat. Why's that? It was about you, Mia. The fact that his delusions start to concern me. He's noteworthy, definitely. What could that girl have said to cause someone like Charlie to not want to tell me about it? Guess I shouldn't pressure him. I think I should get going now. He gets up to leave and I follow him to the door. Oh, and before I leave, good luck with your boss. I'm sure you'll do great. Thanks. Wait. I didn't tell you I was going to meet my boss after work. You didn't? I was sure I heard you say that. He laughs. Sorry, my memory is quite blurry. Better go now. Good luck. What? What? You eavesdropping? Could be dropping those eaves. I mean, if his act is concerned with just listening and being the friendly face, he could have picked up some things. You never know. At first, it's an interesting piece. If we assume that it all happened, that wouldn't make any sense, I think. So the memories contradict each other. He nods again. Makes it a bit complicated. Interestingly, the only piece we missed here was this. I just want to help you. I'm sorry if that sounded harsh. I know you're trying your best, Mia. And that should be it. And yep, that was in fact it. Full marks. So we got a 6 out of 15 for professionalism. I don't remember if we did anything differently. Oh, Mac with Charlie. Interests me the most because most complex. I see. In case I wish you luck with this patient. I think that our conversation was over. That was quick. Chains up together his belongings and I follow him. Then there's nothing left for us to discuss today. You're dismissed, Miss Hart. Alright. We pass. Now let's see if we get a different dream. This week allowed me to create a bond with Charlie. I wonder where my relationship with him will lead me. Whatever's ahead, I'm glad my work seems to have paid off. I'm finally doing what I've always wanted, and I feel like I can really make a difference. Can't wait for Monday. Dream time. It's gonna be the same dream, but with a different... Must be. Oh, the doors. Push the door labeled 9. Nothing feels so familiar about it. Maybe it's the smell of trees. Yep. I feel like my heart walks in before my feet. Huh? Where am I? Oh, it's the patient's room's hallway, but it's so dark. Hello? Is anyone there? Nothing. My voice echoes in the hallway. Suddenly I notice something isn't quite right. Oh, hello. I approach the door. What is that? Touching the dark object emerging from the glass, I realize it must be the branch of a tree. Maybe I can get this door open. Surprisingly, it opens without any trouble. Now I can enter. Enter the room. Huh. It's a forest, but there's something unsettling about it. I can't see a way out, or anything that looks different than anything else. I don't know where to go. I'm not sure if I can even go anywhere. Wait, I can hear some voices. Mia, where are you? And that's our Charlie ending. Now, next course of action. I think it's going to be Tom. And also spending time with Elizabeth. We can still do that. Heck yeah. So this is a Wednesday. Spend time with Elizabeth. I decided to find Elizabeth again on my break. She said she'd be outside, so I made my way there to where I met her last time. I spot her sitting on her own again. Hello. You again. You came back. Why wouldn't I? I don't know. Thought you had better things to do. Turns out you don't actually have all that much work, or you're just being lazy and not doing what you're supposed to be doing. I'm on my break, so I don't have any work to do right now. So, what did you want from me again? I just thought that after our last conversation, it might be nice to see you again. Okay, then. You said you don't have any friends here. I don't. Wouldn't you like to change that? By having 2 psychologists instead of 1? Not particularly. I'm not here to be your second psychologist. I have patients of my own. You want to be my friend? I want to help you. If that involves being your friend, then I'll gladly do that. Why would you want to help me anyway? I'm none of your concern. I'm my psychologist's problem, not yours. You aren't anyone's problem. Yeah, definitely. He stretches lazily, completely ignoring me for a while. Say that to my parents. Huh? I'm thinking where I left off here. Are they worried about you? No. Let's not talk about him. Let's not talk about him then. Do they not want to help you? I guess they do. I don't want their help. Let's not talk about him. Oh, I'm not proud. Oh, hello. Uh-oh. Let's just go back. Ignore that. I don't get him either way. I should change the topic. If you don't like to talk to other patients, what do you do in your free time? Nothing. Not used to really doing anything on my own. Is there anything you'd think you'd enjoy doing then? She shrugs. Don't know. Would you like to try something? There are a lot of activities organized here for the patients. Group activities. Not all of them. I mean, I guess. Got nothing better to do. I can help you with that. Oh. I mean, if you want to. It's about time for me to leave. If I don't want to be late for my second session. Think about it. It could be a nice change for you. All right, I'll consider it. I should get back to my patients now. It was nice to talk to you again. She's silent. I leave her be. Hey, I'm Grump. I'm not so Grump. Oh, this is new. Oh. Scratch that. It's just a thing that didn't happen because I went with Elizabeth instead of Sue. Actually, break time again. Elizabeth. I'm going to see Elizabeth today. This time I have an idea. I spot her in the cafeteria. Hello. Again. How are you today? Have you thought about these activities I mentioned last time? She shrugs. Whatever you say, Doctor. If you're still unsure about it, I can always show you around. What, me? Been here long enough to see everything I needed to see. Trust me, you're missing out. Fine. I mean, I know I've only been here for 3 days myself, but lead the way. Or something. As you know, as patients, you're not really supposed to stay in your rooms all day and sleep. If you don't want to. There's plenty of things you can do to keep yourself occupied. It's also a great opportunity to meet other patients. First of all, going out is a great habit to have. Nothing better than some fresh air. Too many people here. It makes me sick. Exactly. Well, I interrupted your usual routine to show you something else. What is it? I asked around after work yesterday and learned all you need to know. Your activities take place in Office 4. But outside of that time, the room is accessible to any staff member to use for the patient's benefit. I ain't your patient. I'm sure your psychologist wouldn't mind, though. Not like they'd care. Actually... She stops abruptly. Is something wrong? Who are your patients? I currently have 4 of them. Michael Burnett from room 15, Tom Richards from room 16, William Moore from room 19, and Charlie from 9. She nods to herself. All guys. Kind of a weird coincidence. I guess. It's almost like your boss wanted to set you up with one of them. Excuse me? No, I don't think that was a blush creeps onto my cheeks at the ridiculous idea. Me, with a patient? That seems highly unprofessional and unethical. Come on, I'm a professional. I'd never do something like that. Here I am, hanging out with a patient that's not even one of my own on my break. Great. Whoa, was that really so offensive? You need to toughen up, Hart. And to remind myself that her illness probably makes her immune to the feeling of awkwardness. It's at times like these when I kind of wish I had some sort of an asocial disorder. Hey now. How many patients does your psychologist have, then? Beats me. Never asked. Which office is theirs, if I may ask? 2? I don't bother to remember psychologists' names since I was shuffled from person to person so much this year. Fair enough. What about psychiatrists? Don't get me started. He's such a pain. Why's that? He just is, okay? What's your problem asking me all that? I'm a psychologist, I guess. That's what I do. I'm sorry about... Don't care. Just stop talking. Fair? A lot better. Get back to your patient's Hart. She leaves the way we came. Take a deep breath. I shouldn't get discouraged. Alright. Well, it is time for Tom. Just say that. Thomas? I hear a faint knock on the door. That's new. Come in. Door slowly opens and Tom enters my office. Wait, that's not Tom. Is this a different personality? You are Dr. Hart, right? Our psychologist? I was told you would be here. I recovered from my initial shock quickly. Just an alter I haven't met. Yes, I'm Mia Hart. It's nice to meet you. Can I sit here? Of course. Oh! He seems much different than Tom already. Hello. What's your name? I realized it's likely for him to use a name separate from that of the first personality. It's Edward. But won't you call me by our given name? Isn't it easier for you? I'll use your name. Oh. That's very considerate of you. Thank you. You're active right now, so... I mean... It's only fair. It's only right. May I ask you something? Well, the name bar changes too. Whatever you want to know. What day is it? I think it's been a while since I... Today's the 4th of November, Thursday. I see. How many times have you fronted? Twice. One was just after we came here, and the last time, about 2 weeks ago. It's not as frequent as it would seem. I pity him. I thought he was in control as frequently as the core personality. It seems to be a rare occurrence for him to appear. And you don't remember absolutely anything that happens when one of the others is fronting. He shakes his head. No. Some years ago, I sometimes got glimpses of their memories. At first, I remembered everything, but after a few years as we separated further, it stopped. That brings another question to mind. How old were you at the time of your earliest memory? It wasn't that clear at first. It wasn't immediately my own person. It was quite blurry. But I think at 11, I was separate from Tom. That's early. Really early, in fact. I note the way he acknowledges himself as just another part of Tom. To an extent, he's his own person and should be treated as that. Yeah. But then again, shouldn't I try to bring all three of them close together so they can integrate? That is a dilemma. This feels like a big professionalism divider. What are you saying? Uh-oh. You deserve to be treated like a person, not someone else's problem. But isn't it what I am? It's not just about me. All three of us are here because of me. Oh. If I never existed, it would be easier for everyone. Oh no. Oh no. His voice breaks suddenly and he covers his mouth. Oh no. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I'm speechless. That really took me off guard. Didn't expect him to be like this. He seems to have problems of his own, other than the illness itself. Edward, don't ask me about it. Please just forget I said that. As you wish. He looks at me, surprised. Was he expecting me to disrespect his wishes? We still have time. If he ever wants to mention it again, I'll listen and do my best to help. Perhaps maybe that's what he's used to. Just having his wishes disrespected. That's sad, but... How do you feel about living in the hospital? I can't really tell. I haven't been here for long enough. He's right. For him, it's only been a few days. But the nurses are nice. They always tell me which office to go to and who to look for. It's always so confusing, but they understand. They treat us well. I note his choice of words. I'm not sure if I should be looking too deep into this, but it feels odd. I'm glad to hear that. We have 5 minutes left. We should be wrapping this up. Oh. I lead him to the door. Do you think I'll see you again the next time we meet? He nods slowly, a bit uncertain. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, Dr. Hart. He leaves my office. He seems so helpless and vulnerable. I hope he can be himself tomorrow as well. It wasn't entirely what I expected, though. The time near the end, what he said shocked me completely. He even told me to forget about it. Of course I won't. If you'd like to help Tom, I first need to help his other two personalities separately. Maybe once I understand the source of their problems, I can help them connect. Interesting. So to start with, back here, how long do you front for at a time? 2, 3 days. The longest time was 4 days, I think. That's so little, given that you don't switch very often. It used to be even shorter when we were younger. I'm grateful for having more time nowadays. That does in fact give us a point. Now I don't want to show these off. This and the choice at the beginning calling him by Tom. They don't give any reaction, but they're both like the one at the beginning where you say you're going to call him Tom. He just says that my previous psychologist thought it was for the best. And same with here. He just talking about how he doesn't want to make trouble for anyone. So clearly his emergence affected Tom, and he's aware of that and regrets it. Again, we don't know the full extent of what happened when he first emerged, but it's... wow. So we wound up gaining 1 extra point from this session. So Friday lunch break. Let's go hang out with Elizabeth. I leave my office in search of Elizabeth. Yesterday's conversation took a turn I didn't expect after I mentioned her psychiatrist. I know I should avoid that topic now, along with her parents. Hey you, I'm right here, idiot! I hear a voice coming from Office 4. The door is open. Taking your sweet time, I see. Sit down. Oh! Take a seat next to her. She's not looking at me. Jeez, I've been waiting for you here the past 10 minutes or so. I'm sorry. Don't say that. How did you even get here? Oh, waiting for me? Who else, dumbass? How'd you even get here? I, sweet talked the last psychologist who was here not to close yet, since you were going to be here soon. Her gaze is fixated on something in her hands. So you expected me to be here. You said you wanted to get me to do some activities, so here I am. She's very true to her word, at least. What is that you're holding, actually? She hides a crumpled piece of paper in her hands. It's private. Classified. Were you drawing? No, I mean... a little bit. Hey, don't judge me. I never drew in my life. Really? What's so weird about that? Drawing as a child stimulates development in many areas, so I just find it strange. Just like me, right? Get over it. It's never too late to start, though. What did you draw? I don't know. It's such a weird thing to do. I mean, there's no point. No benefits to it. Not even having a good time? She scoffs. You can't measure that. You can't lose anything without it. Actually, you could lose a lot. Like your mental health in the long run. You implying something? Not at all. It's not my job to diagnose you in any way. Great. Had enough of that already. He crushes the ball of paper in her hands absent-mindedly. Everyone thinks there's literally so much wrong with me. Anyone else would have brushed it off as just being a bit socially inept. But not my parents. Either way, I'm not sure what being here fixes, other than him not having to worry about what I'm doing. Which I guess suits him. They're probably better off without me anyway, not that I blame him. It's always been a dead weight to slow him down. They really seem happier without you? Hell if I know. Not in their heads. A moment passes in silence. Ooh. You're not dead weight. It's easy to say for someone who doesn't know me at all, or my parents. Silence. Miss Price? A nurse enters the office suddenly. Yeah, that's me. I was only instructed to make sure you're still in Office 4. Where else should I be? The nurse looks at me. You're not her psychologist. She's here under my supervision. Is there a problem? She looks at me suspiciously and leaves. So her full name is Elizabeth Price. Wait, that last name, I've heard it somewhere before. Elizabeth? What? Are your parents, those Prices? Yes, they are. The richest family in the city. That's them. Oh. I can see why she was reluctant to talk about her family now. What's that look for? Wasn't my choice. I know, I'm sorry. Well then. She gets up to leave. Right, my break's nearly over. See ya. She leaves and I get back to my office. Hey, she's drawing. I like it. It's come a long way. Let us finish Tom's events. Edward enters my office. Hello. It's good to see you again. Take a seat. He looks at me briefly. How are you today? How do you feel? I think a lot better than yesterday. I'm sorry if I acted strangely last time. It usually happens the day I come back. It's just the confusion at first. You understand, right? I do. You need time to adjust, and that's okay. We are not under any circumstances going to answer that other answer. that's not an excuse. Thank you. Oh, how do I put it? I wanted to ask you something. Is that okay? Of course it is. Ask away. You've had multiple interactions with us before I came back, is that right? I did. 3 of them, actually. So, you had the chance to talk to one of them. Which one was it? The one with the ponytail. I somehow feel like that might actually be the core. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. So you haven't met the 3rd one yet? No, we haven't. I shake my head. I'm sure I'll get the chance to soon. Psychologists usually seem relieved when I come back, and he was before me. Why is that? I think it's due to his attitude. It's a little problematic. I see. Can I keep asking? I don't really have much time and I wanted to learn some things. I nod with a smile. Being asked questions by a patient is often a source of more valuable information than asking them things. What do you think of the first one so far? I have mixed feelings about him. What should I say? It's kind of harsh. The first time we met, he just yelled at me for no reason. He wasn't as bad as the next time we met, but he's still kind of cold. I'm glad I'm not like him. I think I have questions of my own. Regarding his curiosity about the altars. Have you tried contacting the others? When I first woke up at the hospital, I left a message in our room. That's actually a good idea. Neither of them have responded yet. That's a shame. You could try convincing one of them to get to contact you when I get the chance. It would be nice. I just want to get along with them. Despite what they did. What does that mean? Is there anything else you'd like to ask me? Me? I don't know. People usually don't care about my opinion, so... He shakes his head. I guess he's not used to speaking up on his own. It was worth a try. So, Edward, you were the first one to separate. That's right. It was almost 20 years ago. Do you have any idea what might have caused it? Whatever did must have happened multiple times for you to fully develop. You should remember. He's silent. Even if he remembers everything, he might not realize what the direct cause was. I was told that the first one usually shifts due to stress. It's likely that this is what caused you to emerge in the first place. What could have caused Tom so much stress that you were needed? I realize my question is quite direct. There's a chance that he remembers it and can spare me a lot of trouble by telling me. I don't know. He might be hiding something. You said yesterday that when you first took control, you remembered a lot of what happened before that. So there must be something you... I won't talk about it. Please, I can't. I don't know what to do. He clearly knows the reasons behind his illness, but won't tell me about it. Sir, that much? You have no idea. Wow. I really want to help you. I know. You don't have to tell me yet. I'll wait. He nods. Thank you, Dr. Hart. Maybe I can ask him something else. Edward? He looks at me. Could you tell me what usually causes you to shift? Oh. I think it's stress, like for the first one. It's not the same, because I tend to come back when he's struggling with some conflicted feelings, or is it pain? And as for me, I usually disappear when I have some responsibility that I can't handle. Oh, you know. I can take a lot, but I can only receive. Can't really act on anything. I think the other two are the opposite of me in that way. They must be, judging by their actions. Our session is about to end. Thank you for sharing all of that with me. You gave me a lot of valuable information today. I'm just glad to help. I remember what's about to happen today. My boss asked me to meet him after work. He'll judge my progress if I'm handling the job well. Well, this is your first week here, isn't it? I nod. I'm sure you did well. Oh, thank you. We only talked twice, but I know you're good at this. Oh, thank you. I should be leaving. Right. He stands up to leave, and I follow him to the door. Are you staying here for the weekend? I shake my head. Then I don't think we'll meet again on Monday. For some reason, it makes me sad to hear this. Edward is sweet. Whenever you come back, I'll see you again. Really? You must have other patients. I have time for everyone. If that's so, it makes me happy to hear that, Dr. Hart. Goodbye, Edward. Until we meet again. I decided to spend every session I could with them. Regardless, I have no regrets. To keep this job after today's conversation with Dr. Sharp, I should still meet them every day. I can't wait to see them again next week. Any of them. Interesting. Naturally, the point we missed was right here. I like you more. His face turns pale. Like me? I spoke without thinking. I didn't mean it in any weird way. Just that my time with Edward has been more enjoyable than it was with Tom. Well, although, maybe that's unfair, because dock me for professionalism. But because it feels like on the third day with Tom, we were starting to kind of break through and get to understand him a bit better, you know? So it may be unfair of us to say this, but Edward is a sweet lad. I like him. You're a lot more pleasant to be around than him. Is that so? Okay. And that gives us our last point. Let's get our review. Oh, professionalism 5. We had to have been docked for that I like you more comment. That's right. Let's just go through. Most complex. Alright. Simple enough. Keep our job. This week allowed me to create a bond with Tom. Wonder where my relationship with him will lead me. Alright, let's move ahead. Ooh. Yep, we're right. I approached the door labeled 16. It's almost bursting with energy. The sudden flash of lightning makes me feel like there's so much more to see beyond the door. Once I open it, everything disappears. Mia, where are you? A lonely voice calls me. I look around, but I can't see anything. Standing up from the floor, I feel a wall behind me. Stone, cold and rough. What is this place? I see you over there. Edward? Don't leave yet. Not now. I try to move towards the source of the voice. This is the child I heard before. Tom. The child nods slowly. I didn't think you would get here. That made me happy. This is news. Are you okay? Of course I am. Can't you see? You seem oblivious to our surroundings. Who are you? What do you mean? You know me, don't you? Of course you do. The child smiles. I'm so happy you're here. I have so much to tell you. Oh boy. Just want to go back and... Are you okay? They seem oblivious to our surroundings. The child smiles. Okay, we clearly didn't miss much at all. I'm so happy you're here. I have so much to tell you. I'm very curious. Just pattern of speech looked like how Edward was talking. Appearance-wise, looks like... Well, of course. No, it did kind of look... Yeah, that appearance-wise, it did look distinct from Tom and Edward. Was that? The third person... The third altar. Well, maybe I shouldn't say third, because it's Tom being the core. Edward and his third looks almost childlike. Very curious about what this might hold going forward in Tom's route. Will we meet with the third personality? Possibly. But for now, we have one more route to do. I'm your favorite. What? Oh, come on. You had others to choose from for your first session yesterday. I don't... Save the excuses. His smile feels genuine. Well, it's not for any personal reason, but I felt the need to see him first today. Fair. We do have one empty room here, the one unused room, and one unlabeled room. So one of those might be room 1. One of those is probably room 21. No, sorry. 21's down here. Down on the second floor. One of those might be room 1. Even if you look at the map, you can see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20. Yeah, we are missing a room 18. If you look at the numbering on the patient rooms on the second floor, you'll see that Julia was right. Interesting. But at any rate, I haven't seen this one again. Yet, here we are again. I'm not sure what possessed me to want to see him today. This is Wednesday. Hello again. On the contrary, he seems to be perfectly comfortable around me. Our last session gave me an idea of what he's like, but I'd like to learn more about his past. I have a few questions today. Oh, you've come prepared, I see. You could say that. When did your illness start to develop? He looks away from me, wondering how to answer. I can't tell. I think it's always been there, at least since I can remember. You don't think it was caused by anything? Any traumatic experiences? Anything? He shakes his head. It's just the way I am. That's odd. I've tried talking to anyone about it. My parents, actually. When I first thought something may be wrong. But they said I'm exaggerating and that there's no real problem. Oh. So yeah. What can you do? So that's why I never sought help. That kind of denial will can kill your desire to seek help. If he did, he might not have ended up here. So you were ill since childhood. He nods. When exactly did it start to affect your life? When did you notice that something was wrong? I'm supposed to elaborate, right? If that's possible. Alright then. I was around 8 when I realized that the way I think may be a bit different than for most people my age. Before that, I didn't really reflect on such things. It occurred to me that the other children aren't really exposed to the things that I was used to by that time. Oh. So compared to them, I felt like there was something wrong with me. What was that? Why? You're a psychologist, you studied this, right? I have. But every case is different, so I wanted to hear about you. At the age of 7, I was already sadistic. Oh. Is that normal? Because I don't think so. Do you really need me to say more to convince you? He's silent for a moment. I should know more about the way his illness works before I move on. What exactly does your illness affect? Everything it can. The way I think, my dreams, how I see and feel things, how I judge everything, how I act. It's pretty much always there. So it's kind of hard to tell what's me and what's it. There really aren't times when it disappears? When you can think clearly? Nope, never. But I got used to it after some time. That's problematic. Any specific phobias? They often come with OCD. I don't think so. Okay then, what else is there to ask? I should probably get some more concrete information about his past. That's it. Have you heard... Anyone outside the hospital? I might have to ask some more questions. It's unlikely, but I need to get that out of the way. You haven't killed anyone, right? He shakes his head quickly, looking at me with an intense expression. And have you hurt anyone besides those nurses? He's silent. Animals? Define hurt. Here we go then. By hurt, I mean either purposely inflict pain or cause lasting damage. That's an unfair definition. I glare at him. All right, geez, I have. Are you satisfied? Fair. I take a deep breath. What sort of animals? The biggest one was a small bird, I think. I was maybe around 15. I remember I was having a bad day. And it just so happened to land next to me. I couldn't stop myself. His voice is shaky. Ooh, that's it. I ended up in 13 pieces. I know because I counted them afterwards. Oh boy. I remember. I didn't stab its neck for a while because I wanted to feel it trying to escape. Have you ever wondered what sound a bird makes when its wings are being broken? No. I can hear his ragged breath. Never seen anyone in such a state. He looks... There's no other way to call it. Mad. Oh boy! Danger! Wait. I wait. It takes some time, but he gradually returns to normal. You should have said something. It would pass more quickly then. Oops. And that way, you kind of left me to deal with that on my own. I should keep that in mind if it ever happens again. Our session is about to end. This took a turn I didn't expect. But I did learn a lot about his past and the nature of his illness. I think it's about time to end today's session. I notice that his usual smile is gone. Goodbye, Mia. He leaves. Well, that does feel more, there's definitely more going on in his, I mean, it is still pretty clear, but, oops, didn't mean to pull up Tom. Michael. Oof. Alright, well, let's do better. Judging by how he reacted to this answer, he wants us to make a call, so we'll make a call. I guess it did. I felt like they wouldn't really understand me if I lied to them about it, but they wouldn't like the truth. That never changed much. I only started interacting with people more once I got here. I guess everyone knows about me already. There's no point avoiding them anymore. That's interesting. Alright. This one gives us a point, but this one actually... On Monday, you said that you hurt some of the nurses when you first came here. What's the full story? Oh, that. That was the last time it happened to me. I just got inside and there were a few nurses in the reception area. I don't actually remember their faces anymore. One of them was supposed to lead me somewhere. She touched my hand for a moment and I guess that's all it took. Does he really need so little to snap completely? I said it before, and I'll say it again. They really have reasons to keep him like this. How severely did you hurt them? That question alone proves how little you understand about my illness. I don't remember. I genuinely don't. When I snap like that, I stop caring about anything. I stop thinking. I didn't get to calm down then to see what I did, so I won't know. I see. Oh, that just fast-tracked us to the end. Let's not do that. Now he very, very clearly signposted that we shouldn't have waited. Speak up. Michael! He looks at me. Slowly, his eyes return to normal. Sorry about that. I don't usually get asked about these things so directly. So that caught me off guard. If it ever happens again, you should do what you just did, and I'll likely stop then. Are you okay? Yeah, I am. I should get used to this, right? Alright, that should do it. While we're here, we got a new event. I end up going outside to where I first met Elizabeth on my second day of work. A pair of patients catches my eye. They seem to be arguing about something. I hear one of them start to yell at the other. Before I can step in, a nurse walks towards them. She seems to have stopped their argument. Damn, it must be tough being a nurse. I leave the courtyard area before the end of my break. Simple enough. So, Michael. He enters my office. Who would have thought we'd be seeing each other so often? I could have sworn you would freak out after last time. Turns out I didn't. You have to try harder than that. Yep, I knew that was going to get it. Is that a dare? Because I don't think you want to challenge me like that. I'm a psychologist. Whatever it takes to get more information about you. Heh, you asked for it. Anyway, since you already asked me things last time, I had a bunch of questions for you. I'm not sure that's how it works. I should be the one gathering information here, but he might trust me more if I agree. Sure, ask away. Yay. This might be bad. Let's start with... When is your birthday? Where did that come from? I like numbers. This is probably a bad idea, as well as having a lot of that kind of information on people. I guess that makes sense. It's the 24th of October. That's fitting. Why's that? It's the color scheme. What about you? The 9th of June. June being the 6th month makes it oddly appropriate. Hey now! Actually, how old are you? I'm 28. Really? You look younger than that. I'll take that as a compliment. You should. I'm 26, by the way, though you probably already knew that from the file they keep on me. so he's a bit younger than me. I guess that's to be expected. What's your favorite color? Black. Yeah, fair enough, that's my second favorite. How many patients do you have? 4 in total. Is that a lot? I don't think so. Yeah, assuming there's up to 30 patients, we need 7.5 psychologists like you. And there's 4 of you as far as I know. Judging by the offices, that seems about right. I haven't actually met any of them yet. You're already the best one I've had so far, so I don't think you're missing out on much. Why do you think that? I guess you're talking to me like you would to a normal person. Sure, you're a bit clumsy at times, but I don't really care. You're kind of more open than them. That's probably why I think you're better. That makes sense. That's our style. So what are your other patients like? Actually, you can just give me the names, unless it's classified or whatever. I don't think it is. Other than you, I'm seeing Charlie from room 9, Tom from room 16, and William from room 19. I don't know the Tom guy, so he must be new, but other than that... Wait, you have more as well? Oh damn, that's a coincidence. I would label our relationship as it's complicated. Is that William? Yes, it's complicated. Oh no. I mean, he probably hates me at this point, I guess. I don't really get him anyway. Still, I like the guy. He's alright. It never really occurred to me that some of my patients may know each other. I guess they live here, so it's likely for them to have interacted at some point. And about Charlie, I've seen him a couple of times. Doesn't seem bothered by me, so that's kind of neat. But it's not much fun to talk to someone who doesn't really understand everything you say. I remember our last session, namely the end of it. Can I ask you about the last time we met? I guess. How did killing that bird make you feel? Did it bring you any satisfaction or a sense of fulfillment? No. The things in my head were silent for a moment, but after that they only got worse. So they wouldn't stop until I killed it, and then when I ripped it apart, they still weren't satisfied. It's not a question of satisfying it, because that's impossible. The only thing I can do is muffle them for a few seconds, because I'm far past the point where I could give them everything they demanded. So there was a time when you did everything they wanted you to. Yeah, when I was a child, I didn't really get how that could be dangerous. It started out kind of innocently. But by 13 it became unbearable. I knew I couldn't hurt other people, so I started trying to repress that, since there was no way to make it stop completely. So sorry to hear that. Hey, there's no point pitying me. I lived like that my whole life. I got used to it. Well, I think it's about time for me to leave. Why not? Thank you for today. Always a pleasure to see you, Mia. He leaves and I'm left to ponder what he told me today. I hope I can help him somehow. Just fun fact. This literally kicks you out of the session with no progress. So we have to hear him out. Favorite color conversations? Blue? That's kind of a boring pick. Doesn't everyone like blue? I mean, I don't. It's not my top 5, but fair. Red? Then we have something in common. Red, like, I'm pretty sure you can tell why it's my favorite. Like blood. Smooth. But we've seen that. Pink. You're serious, aren't you? That's cute. So instead of pitying, what about now? What? I believe the context of this was... Oops. They were always there. Their demands escalated, so to speak. By 13 became unbearable. What about now? What? Are you still trying to repress it? Well, I know I can't really hurt anyone like this, but... Yeah, in a way I am. If I wasn't constantly stopping myself, I wouldn't be able to talk to you like this. That's gotta be hard. It's really so difficult for you to repress those thoughts. If I'm being completely honest, it is, but I've handled myself pretty well so far, most of the time. And that should be it, ending with 12. Alright, final day. I passed by Sue on my way outside. She seems to be going the opposite way, though. Oh, is that because I haven't talked to her? That's a shame. I'm sorry, Sue. I love you, Sue. I find myself wandering into the reception. Julia's here again. I approach her. Hello, Julia. She seems bored. Huh? You're a psychologist, right? I am. What's a psychologist like you doing here? Heading home already? I'm just walking around on my break. Huh. I leave Julia be and wander around some more. Okay, bye. Sorry. Oh, are there automatic Oh wow, are there automatic recent choices saves at each choice? I butchered that sentence somehow, but what do I want to do? No, I don't want to do that. I want to save. I'm gotta hit the right buttons. Yes, okay. My goal. Michael enters my office with the usual smile on his face. Why so cheerful today? Today's our 5th session this week. That means we've been meeting every day since you started to work here. I think I may be your favorite. It's true that I've been seeing him as often as possible this week. I don't know about favorites, but I intend to keep seeing you every day if possible. You do? I nod. He smiles at me. I'm glad he at least appreciates what I do for him. Moving on. I had a few questions for today. I'm all ears. What do you want to know? You said yesterday that you never had your illness treated. He nods. So how did you end up here? I was actually arrested. Care to elaborate on that? You know, that's kind of a long story. Would probably take a few sessions to explain properly. How about next week? I'll tell you all about what happened before I was admitted then. We'll have lots of time if you want to keep talking every day. That sounds reasonable. Alright, next week it is. Don't forget. I won't. Thankfully, I had some more questions for you. I hoped so. It would be awkward if you ran out of things to talk about. Were you studying before you got here? The short answer to that is no. I figure university is kind of a waste of time for me, since I always got distracted and had trouble studying at school. So I've been kind of going from job to job, you know? Whatever could occupy my thoughts for some time was good. Fair. Have you ever been in a relationship? Once, actually, not so long ago. How long were you together? About a year, I think. What was she like? Let me think. He looks at me analytically. She was shorter than you. Anything else? I'd say she was kind of shy, but stubborn as well. The most accurate description would probably be the kind of person who seems polite and quiet at first, but then you realize she's just hiding things from you. But it's not like she had any real issues, she was just normal, I guess. The way he says it makes it sound like an insult. Yeah. Polite and quiet, but so Well, I mean, if you think of normal in the sense of perfectly socially acceptable, but putting up a facade, then it is kind of an insult. What about you? It's not fair if I'm the only one sharing that stuff. Oh, interesting. An urban relationship. Is that so? Oh, with a face as pretty as yours, I find that hard to believe. I wasn't expecting that to be the actual one that... Am I blushing? In a moment of silence, I'm reminded of my upcoming conversation with Dr. Sharp. I should not be having this conversation. He told me to meet him in his office after I finish my work here. Have I done well in this job? Will he fire me? I wonder what Michael thinks about it. Bye. I think it's time to end our session this week. I followed him to the door. It's been a pleasure to work with you so far. Sure, see you next week. He leaves. Why did I choose to spend time with him specifically? I think I know the answer to that. There's something pulling me towards him. Maybe it's his strange charm, or how casual he seems to act toward me. And there's his illness. It ruined his life, I can tell. Even if he never complains. His mind has been corrupted since childhood. Of course it affected him. And there's the last reason why I find him so intriguing. The way he makes me go from pity for him to fear of him and back. He's unpredictable. Maybe that's what I'm drawn to. He is certainly unpredictable. Goes from perfectly charming to thorough description of how he tore apart a small bird he is an interesting. Oh man. He's very personable, but he's also got that side to him that is quite terrifying. But at the same time, we know that it's this disease that's done that to him, that's gone so long untreated. That just, man. Okay, let's do this better. Bit of Tom lore for you. Why'd you break up? Technically, we never did. We stopped seeing each other after I got here. Okay. The obvious final choice here. Ask him. My boss asked me to meet him today after work. To see if I handled the job well and everything. He said he would fire me if I failed this week. And do you think you failed? I don't know. What do you think? I can only judge how well you did with me, and I think you shouldn't worry about that. Though it would be hilarious if you really sucked at handling the others. I don't think I do. And you shouldn't be fired unless you do something unbelievably stupid during that talk today. You wouldn't do that, though, right? You're all pretty smart, after all. Thanks. I think it's time to end our last session this week. I followed him to the door. It's been a pleasure to work with you so far. Why so formal? I really hope you don't get fired today. You're the best psychologist here. And I still have to tell you how I got here, so don't you dare ditch me like that. See you next week, Mia. He leaves. Well, bye. Alright, let's go not get fired. Oh, professionalism 5. That's about par for the course. Managed to be the most. Definitely the most complex. Alright, we're done. This week allowed me to create a bond with Michael. I wonder where my relationship with him will lead me. I enter the dream world. I approach the door labeled 15. It feels warm, like it's sunlight on my skin. I pull the handle. Suddenly, everything around me disappears. Where am I? Slowly, an image emerges before my eyes. Fire? It's as if I'm not really here. Where am I? I get up. I can't see my hands. Flames. A fire. What is this? And why am I here? I walk up to the window. The glass is hot under my fingers. I flinch away. This is the hospital. I don't understand. Oh shit! The window broke due to the heat. I can barely see anything. The fire threatens to engulf the building in flames. I'm forced to retreat until my back hits the wall. I escape into a dark hallway. Where do I go from here? I can barely see. Keeping my hand on the wall to my left, I hesitantly start walking. I can still get out. To where? I don't know. I don't know if there's anything left outside. Huh? Are the lights still on? The lights are out. I can't see anything. I keep walking, carefully moving my hand along the wall. Glass beneath my fingers. Warm. Doors to the rooms of the patients, all no longer there. What is this door? XV. It's one of the patient rooms. I can faintly see the number. 15. Walking towards the door, I need to shield my eyes from the intense light coming from behind the door. Is this fire? For reasons I can't explain, I find myself unable to move away from it. I open the door. A gust of hot air hits my face. I go inside. I can't believe my eyes. Oh God, what happened here? Oh man. Oh, so now we've seen all of the nightmares. They're all very relative. They're all very symbolic of the characters we've gotten to know so far, obviously. I think Michael's is actually my favorite. Just for the rather explosive imagery in the nightmare. Like we've seen Charlie being lost in the woods. We've seen William's anxiety at play. And just kind of his was more subtle. It was more of a case of something didn't feel right. I guess you could say he invited us in, and yet he's still got that wall up, afraid to let us in. Tom's simple enough, just the third personality, all in all. Seemingly taking after Tom and Edward, but we'll see. Michael's is absolutely fitting, because just it's an absolute fire. Absolute fire going on there, just destroying so much of his life. And it's really an apt descriptor for what his disease has done to his life up to this point. It's just completely torn through, destroyed without remorse. And he's really just trying to keep that fire contained, isn't it? Man. Oh. I gotta say, after seeing every ending, I know I was kind of drawn to William first, but after seeing how everyone progressed, I don't know if I can really pick a favorite. Because they're all very, very deep characters. It's just, and everything about them has just been set up to really make me want to talk to them more and to figure out what's going on, you know? Just not only figure out the story of how they got into this hospital, but help them going forward, yeah? And We've even seen the extra content, too. I know we're going on 2 hours now, but... We've seen Elizabeth Price. We've seen Sue. We finally bonded with Sue. I'm so glad we bonded with Sue. So really, that first day when we took our break, realistically, I apologize for saying that I thought that the French staff friendship thing wasn't implemented yet, because I just bungled my way out of making any friends my first playthrough. It's clear that the conversation with Elizabeth, you can bungle it and not actually get the option to meet her again. And if you don't bond with Sue enough your first time through, you can't actually unlock the option to meet her again during the hospital day. So now that I know that, and we've seen everything they have to about them, I really want to know where their stories go too, because that's. I started this final video of the demo series to just go through and see the stories of the other 3 patients, but now we have 2 more characters, 3 more characters I care about, because I like Julia too. It seems Julia's more open to talking with us when she knows that we're friends with Sue. So I went from 4 really intriguing characters to 7. Hell, 8. Apparently there is a Dr. Sharp route, but 8. Yeah. Man, this has been great. This is a long one, but hopefully it's worth it. Until next time, until then. Thanks for watching.